Hi friends, I hope that you're doing well and that you've had a wonderful August wherever that you are at, whether you're up here in Alaska or down in the States or wherever that may be. Hope that you are enjoying your summer, and for those of you that are going back to school, good luck. No, I'm excited for you guys, and I hope you have a great school year. Yeah, so August already done already, and I'm so excited to just fill you guys in on all the different things that have been going on here. If I look kind of tired, I am very tired. We had a very busy week, and I also just got done moving a lot of wood outside with my mom and stuff, so I don't want to lift my arms any more than I need to. Pardon me if I look a little tired, so. Okay. First and foremost, I kind of teased at it in my last newsletter update about going to Oklahoma for Collegiate Week, and it was awesome. I loved it last year, and I loved it this year even more. It was a really wonderful time to just get poured into, especially before the school year starting. Just being able to meet with others that are also working in the same field and being with students as they get ready to move into their next school year or whatever their next steps may be. It was also just really awesome to see people that I've met before, either at the collegiate summits that are just for leaders or at Collegiate Week, which combines students and leaders. It was hot, as always. I mean, it was Oklahoma in August, so could you really be surprised by that? It had wonderful breakout sessions this year. I really enjoyed the ones that I went to this year, and honestly, it's really hard to pick what ones to go to because there's just so much. I might even have so this one was my first year, so there we go. This one was my first year. There's just tons of breakouts. You can kind of see. There we go. But there's different ones for leaders and students. This year, this is what the pamphlet kind of looked like. It was just really cool how they had things divided, all the different breakout sessions. I mean, there's a ton of stuff, and I filled out all of my notes section on the back, and so because I forgot to bring a notebook. Well, I got to go to quite a few. I didn't go to every single one that was offered at different times because there's like 3 or 4 a day, and some of those times I had to sleep, but I got to just really have some questions answered that I had been wrestling with, like how do you say no to a student? How do you put boundaries up? I really enjoyed that one because it's something that I really want to work on, is learning how to set healthy boundaries. It just gave an extra motivation to all of us and able just to hang out with them. Like, it's so much fun to travel with students. Like, I am terrified of flying and stuff, but when I go with students, it honestly feels a lot better. God did reveal some difficult truths for me, but they were good. Like, it's nothing bad. But it was hard to hear a little bit, but at the same time, I've had peace with what he spoke to me. I'm gonna kind of keep quiet about that for now, but I will definitely be talking about it in the future, just not sure as to when. So stay tuned. It was really good, and it was very helpful to get out of my, like, routine, if I even had one, because it was summer, to really sit and be with the Lord, like, completely undistracted by the day-to-day things, and lean into these questions that I had, and they did get answered. I'm really excited, so when that time comes, I look forward to kind of sharing to you with what he talked to me about. Another big thing that happened is 2 of our students got married to each other. It was so beautiful. It was so wonderful to go, and like, I had to tell myself, don't cry when she was walking down the aisle, because she was just so beautiful, and I was so happy for her and her now husband. They're like the cutest couple ever. And then that same night, me and the staff headed off to our training location that we had for the student leaders. It was our lead team training for our next batch of student leaders. Yay, so excited. It was awesome. It was super helpful, and it was also just nice to kind of get away. This wonderful lady, she is super generous, and she lent us her place that she's got, like, I think it was 5 acres of land or something, and she's got little mini cabins built all over it. It was beautiful. I mean, I'll show pictures because it's just stunning. Did not expect that. It was so generous, and she didn't even want to charge us anything. I was like, why? And we were just blown away at her generosity. She just wants to create a space that it can be useful and helpful and is for healing. It's just so awesome that she let us stay there, and she got to let us use their side-by-sides. I had so much fun with that, guys. Like, too much fun, I think. One of the ways that I rest and relax is by, like, riding fun stuff like four-wheelers and side-by-sides and those kind of things. Oh, it's just so much fun. It ended up being an amazing and helpful weekend for as the school year was quickly approaching. Yeah, and then we were prepping for fall launch, just getting ready for the school year and getting ready for the Georgia team from Mercy Hill. They were coming to help us at Anchorage, Mat-Su, and Fairbanks. We just had so much help. We were even able to have some not come on campus with us, but go to the Hope Center. We were able to really extend our branch as to where we could be helping during the start of the fall semester. I was not at most of the Anchorage things, actually. I was out in the Mat-Su, which is really exciting. I got to do a couple tables for the first couple days and just hand out like school supplies and snacks and drinks to the students, get to know them, hand out a ton of flyers. Like there's just so many open doors and so much openness to us being there. So far, like we haven't had to fill out paperwork. I got to talk a lot with the faculty and they were like, oh yeah, if you need help with anything or like approving posters and stuff like that or reserving space, just let us know and we'll try to help as best we can. Before school started, they had like a new student orientation. It's like a mini campus kickoff for out there, and so me and Megan, we got to host a table out there and get connected to some of the students and some of the faculty. And then on Wednesday, the water main broke, so class was canceled, so campus was closed on Wednesday, so we didn't get to do tabling. It kind of worked out because I needed that morning to just like I had gotten sick, and so I just needed that morning to rest anyway. It's kind of a bummer we didn't get to hand out the supplies, but I definitely needed just a moment to breathe. It was a bummer that water main broke, so they're still working on that as far as I know. And then I went into Anchorage to the Mosaic night. Honestly, guys, it didn't go the way that we had planned, but it still worked out really well. We had too many students. Like, how awesome is that? We had too many students that it was breaking the fire code. Of course, the weather turned sour. We were going to do outside. We had to move inside. The space we had inside was not big enough for the amount of people that came. We handed out the pizza, and we were going to be getting set up, and then they let us know that it's too big. We were like, okay, like, take the pizza, and this is kind of it, guys. You guys can hang out elsewhere, but we have to move out of here. The students, they, like, a lot of them actually didn't leave. Like, they left the area that we were in, but they just went into another one. They went into the lobby area. They just hung out there. They ate pizza out there, played games out there. They all kind of just ran it and themselves. Had awesome conversations. Like, I heard a lot of students were going to be meeting up with other students later. It was really cool. Even though it didn't go the way we had hoped, it still ended up being a very fruitful night. Just seeing God work even when our plans we have in mind can fall through and stuff, so that was really encouraging. Yeah, then on Thursday, school was still closed for the campus, and I did host a game night at my church. They were very generous to lend me their youth building. Had some of the Mercy Hill team come and help me. And of course, the weather still sour. Like, it was super windy and rainy and dark. We only had 2 students that came, which I was sad about initially. I was like, ah, man, only 2 came, but at the same time I was like, I understand, weather's terrible. We only had 2 days really to advertise it. But they were the same 2 guys that came to our cookout earlier this summer. That was really cool just to also see them come back. Honestly, we just all talked and hung out, and we were gonna play games. Like, we brought board games and stuff to play, but we just ended up talking while we were there. But still, I'm so appreciative of the team that came and helped out. I was willing to do all this stuff by myself if I needed to. Did I want to? Not necessarily. So it was really helpful to just have some people there because it's easier for me to talk to strangers when I have people with me. Really cool for them to come out and also just to get to know them better. Now the next thing is on Tuesday, I'll be hosting my first Mat-Su Journey Group Night, so our first small group night. And hopefully campus will be open by then. If it's not, we're going to see about changing locations since we're supposed to meet there. It's going to be a welcome night first before we start into the Bible study, and I'm thinking we're gonna go through Romans. So really excited that that's coming up and things are happening. That's kind of what I got for y'all. If you could please pray for the doors to continue to stay open at the Mat-Su College, also in Anchorage and Fairbanks and Juneau where our other branches are, and also with the other college ministries. Like, we're not the only one. However God leads them closer to him. That's what our big thing is we want them to know Jesus. We don't want them to know just our ministry. For financial provision, as always, for all of us on staff, that the Lord will meet our needs so that we can continue to stay in the ministry. Also just encouragement over our team. We all have gone through some pretty rough things this past week, some more than others, and so just pray for encouragement over us, and also the students too that are leading, and also just for students that they're going into their new school year, so just for strength and encouragement through that. And our student leaders, like, they have some meetings set up to talk with students and get more connected, so just be keeping them in your prayers. One final thing before I go is we are doing a fundraiser. If you would like to support our ministry in a fun way, you can get your very own Mosaic sweatshirt or hoodie. I have the sweatshirt. I absolutely love it. There's the Mosaic logo on the front, and then there's this beautiful design on the back. One of our students actually designed these for us. I absolutely love it. Our students love it. Everyone I know that has it loves it. If you want to help support our ministry, we're doing a fundraiser and we are selling hoodies and sweatshirts. I'll put the link in the bio, and if I can maybe put a picture somewhere here to show like where it is. That is all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your prayers and your continual support, and I will see y'all again next month. Okay, bye friends!